guys, how's it going? Doggo here. Welcome to another Duelist video. This time we're gonna do a little meta-analysis for the August season. A couple days ago I just reached King of Games, and I thought it would be a great idea to make a YouTube video talking about the current meta. Also, in case you're wondering, I'm gonna show you the deck I used to reach King of Game this season. So here's the deck list. It's just a very standard red zombies with a copy of Ultimate Providence. I really like this card. I think it's really powerful, really versatile. If you ever get to negate key cards of your opponents, you pretty much just win again there. But I wouldn't recommend running multiple copies of this card because it's still a card that requires you to discard a card from your hand to activate it. Besides that, there is a match to say about the deck list. It's just really standard. So without further ado, let's just move on and check out the main topic of this video, the meta-analysis. So here's the tier list I made for this video. These are the most popular decks, the most powerful decks I feel right now on the ladder. For tier S, we still have Red Zombie as the king of the meta. This deck is still the best deck right now in the game. It's really consistent thanks to Red Insights. So even though it had some bad matchup, including like Toon, etc., but it's still the deck to beat right there. Currently in the game right now. Moving on to tier 1, we have Toon. So a deck that gets a lot of hate from the community because it's fun and interactive. But again, this deck suffers from inconsistency. Even if you run Restart, which you should, you're still gonna break from time to time. So, but this deck is still really powerful. That's why I put it in tier 1. And also it's kind of cheap, so you should expect a lot of Toons right now on the ladder, just like last month. Next we have Mako. So the Mako deck here is referring to the Hammershot deck. Again, a very cheap and very strong deck. What can we say about Mako? This is just a really versatile deck. You have Yomi Ship and also Lost Bull Breaker, and also the newest fish monster, Oystermeister. These are all the monsters that can be special summoned with Hammershot, and they can help you deal with a lot of situations. So again, in general, very solid deck. So I still put it in tier 1 here. A very popular deck as well because it's also really cheap. Next we have Balanced Control. This is a deck that popularized by the player called Godspirit. He won the Meta Championship, a community cup held by Decade, aka Duelist Meta, with this deck. This is probably the most standard control deck right now on the ladder. So you should keep in mind that every time you see the balance banner in the start of the game, you should expect people to play this deck. Other than that, there is a much to say about this deck. It's quite consistent and it's pretty good against Red Eyes since it runs 3 copies of Heavy Knight with them. Next we have Jumalai Zombie, another deck that runs 3 copies of Heavy Knight with them. But this time it's not a control deck. It can be really aggressive. That's why you can see people run anti-magic arrows in this deck. Again, a really solid deck and can utilize cards like Gozuki and Eld Blood to generate multiple monsters onto a field in a single turn. But again, not as consistent as Red Zombie, so that's why I put it in a tier 1 section. Moving on to tier 2, first we have Weevil Firm. So this is the deck that I recently just revived thanks to the introduction of Lava Golem. So again, this deck isn't really that consistent, but with the addition of Lava Golem, you can have even more power play with all your burn cards. And also this deck was really popular 1 to 2 months ago, so many people still have the materials to build this deck and they are very excited to test out Lava Golem. So again, expect a lot of Weevil Firm on ladder right now. Next we have Sucker Phoenix. So I really like this deck. I think the power play this deck can generate is fantastic. Like just wipe out your opponent's back row. The field is just gotcha. Still, this deck is not really consistent, so you have to run restore. I see some people run beatdown, but I really think you should run restore with this deck. This deck pretty good against Toon, decent against Mako, and kind of good against the heavy back row control deck, but not that good against Red Zombie, because very hard for you to run over their Rayite, and also they don't really care you destroying their back rows, because most of their back rows are Rayite spirits, and in their turn they can easily utilize beatdown to run over your Sucker Phoenix. So again, I will put this deck at tier 2. Next we have finally new deck here, the Ice Barrier Balance OTK deck. So this is the new deck that was introduced from the new box set. Before we already had several Ice Barrier cards, but this is the first time that we get to build a deck purely around the archetype itself. So again, this deck is pretty cheap, and the idea of this deck is to use the Ice Barrier spell card to special summon excuse me, special summon your big Ice Barrier monsters while destroying your opponent's cards. And once you manage to do that, you can either OTK your opponent. Even if you don't, it's very hard to deal with the big Ice Barrier monsters. But again, not really consistent. But you should expect a lot of people play this deck on ladder, since it's very easy to play, kind of fun to play, and very cheap. Next we have Naturia. This is probably the most popular decks right now in Duel Links. Like every free-to-play guy suggests you to build a Naturia deck if you are a new player. So again, decent deck, utilizing beatdown and can perform OTK. So you should expect people run anti-magic arrows in this deck. But again, it's very easy to break with this deck, since you run 6 tribute monsters that you don't really want to tribute summon. You pretty much rely on drawing a smaller Naturias to get your big monster out. Otherwise, you're pretty much just dead there. Next we have Ray Ice Balance, a cheaper version of Ray Ice, a lot cheaper. So the idea of this deck is to utilize Balance to have a high chance to start with Rare Insight. And it also runs several counter traps, including Chamas Vigilance and also Ultimate Providence, etc. So if you manage to have a good starting hand, you can easily shut down your opponent with your counter traps. The weaknesses of this deck is obvious. Against the standard Ray Zombie, again in your turn, both your Ray Eyes are 2400, so you cannot run over their Ray Eyes. And in their turn, they have beat down, so you are in a very bad situation. And also, you don't have three spirits in your deck, so even if you run one copy of Wyvern, you only have 4 opportunities to special summon the Ray Eye to your field. So if against a control deck and they manage to deal with all four of your Ray Eyes, then you are just dead right there, because you have no other way to generate another monster on your board. So again, another tier 2 deck, and it's another cheaper. You should expect people that have multiple copies of Red inside but can't really afford to build a Red Zombie deck to run this deck. And that's pretty much for the tier list. I know there are still several decks that have the potential to do well in the meta right now. For example, we have Keepers, we have Venus, even Relinquished. Relinquished is actually kind of good against Ray Eyes, because Ray Eyes don't really have a way to clear back rows, and also they don't really have rooms to play cards like Suraj Headlong or Enemy Controller. So once you suck their Ray Eyes with your Relinquish, it's very hard for them to deal with it. But again, these decks are no longer popular anymore. It's very rare to see these decks on ladder. That's why I didn't include those decks in this tier list. But this is purely my own opinions. So feel free to leave comments below to let me know if I'm missing anything. And again, thank you so much for watching this video. If you like the video, please give the video a thumbs up, and also make sure to subscribe to my channel for more future content. And again, this is Dog Ray. Have yourself a nice day, and I will see you next time.